Chris Leo, 1/4 of the Black Super Friends podcast. And I got a question. What do you call a woman that you took on a nice, expensive date and she won't put out? A Uber. You call her an Uber.
Yeah. 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 Talk my shit.
Chris, it's on you.
Yes.
It's just me and you, man.
Yes. Our other fellow partners abroad this weekend, and we're glad that you guys showed up. But the other half of the team is in Puerto Rico, and I wasn't going to do this. I promise you, Horace, I wasn't going to do this, but I must. I'm going to show you something, right?
Oh my God!
So, hold on, just let me get through it. So Zay gave this post, right? Let me show it to you. Here's the post.
Yeah,
you see that? You seen this post?
Yeah, I seen that.
Do you notice that he got the Cuban flag and not the Puerto Rican flag? And they're standing behind a Puerto Rican flag and then put a Cuban flag on there. So everybody, if you get a chance to go to Zay McClarity page and see that he posted that he's in Puerto Rico after posting a Cuban flag, not a Puerto Rican flag. I wasn't gonna do it, but I gotta do it.
Oh my God. Yeah, them boys are still there, man. Hey, it's just me and you tonight. The last time it was a humdinger. Mm-hmm. But tonight, being that we're gonna be interactive at some point in the show, we might allow some estrogen on the air. We definitely want y'all to give us some questions tonight, because to be honest, the team is split. There's always me and Mario, and then on the other side of the coin is Chris and Xavier, the wingman, the rifleman. I don't know what a good term is for you guys yet, but I think it'll be a good show. Shadow says 2 is better than none. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah, we used to do that in high school, but that's they get you in jail now. But okay, so tonight, ladies or gentlemen, whoever, we're using the Kevin Samuels model. If you have a disagreement with anything that we're saying, we will send you a link. You can jump on the show and voice your opinion live today, and we will discuss it. Now, normally we don't do this. We can't let you ramble on over and over again. We can't let you get too disrespectful. But tonight, we're giving you, it's an open house today. Just like some of you don't remember going to your kids' open house because you never go. But just like at an open house, you're more than welcome to come and join us tonight.
Well, thank you, Chris, for that segment. Hey, trending news, because I want to go in fast. All of it's going to be kind of linked together. And I want people to hear us because everybody's in an era where, you can't say anything. Like, I don't have a right to an opinion. Or if I say something, that means that I'm saying something about the other group. You know what I mean? Yeah. My issue was between Dave Chappelle, the thing yesterday that happened with Floyd Mayweather at the game. Floyd Mayweather, and I'm missing one because it's all linked together. Where the alphabet people had problems. I know the other day Floyd Mayweather was at a game and he made a comment that said, I don't take pictures with guys that have painted nails. He never said, hey, I didn't hear him say, I don't take pictures with gay people or whatever. But somehow that rolled into something else. So now that's going to be outrage. The people from Netflix are protesting, still demanding that Dave Chappelle's show be taken down, despite doing record numbers, which I don't understand. The more you protest about it, is the more that, people are going to say, okay, Dave Chappelle got a new stand-up. Why is it controversial? I'm definitely going to watch it.
Let's go check it out.
Yeah. And then the last person is no surprise. Lil Nas X, who I never said I would speak about, a trendy one-hit star, has a dispute, right? So this weekend he goes to live and says tells people that he has a song with Lil Boosie, the person that he know despises him more than anybody in the world. Uh, After that, Boosie takes to Twitter, where the only place he still lives, and goes on a tirade that people, even I said, "Wow, I think I wrote Boosie like, hey, bro, that's a bit much," but he don't care. Boosie called him a lot of explicit words, told him to commit suicide, and no one wants you here. So between that whole weekend, man, I thought that everybody lost their damn mind in America. But I will say on the Mayweather point, I don't know how we got to a point where the I don't even know if it's from transphobic to homophobic to gay. Like, how is that such everyday conversation? Like all the time. Like it's exhausting. It even got to be exhausting for real gay people, because a lot of people like the Justice Group from last week that was saying that they were offended for transphobic people, and then you talk to transphobic people, they're like, no, we get it. It's a joke. It's a comedian. Like, what's your thoughts, man? 'Cause I'm just totally exhausted.
What? I mean, there's so many things to unpack here. Even with the Mayweather thing, like painted nails on a male is not exclusive to the homosexual community. It's just really not. I've seen, look, what's his name? Young Thug do it. I've seen a lot of rappers paint their nails. That's more of a rock and roll type of thing. I'm not saying that I like it. I'm not saying that I would do it, but I've seen it done some more. So I mean, more times than. So I don't understand how that's automatically associated to the LGBTQ community. And again, he got accused of being homophobic. Like, did we forget that phobias are fears? Like, what makes you tell people that they are automatically afraid of transgender or homophobic people? I mean, homosexual people. I don't understand why what you choose to do in your bedroom is so important to the rest of the world. I don't know why you deserve a parade for it. I don't understand why you deserve any other special treatment than any other oppressed group. I'm not saying that you're not an oppressed group. I'm not a part of that community. I don't know myself, but at the end of the day, it's like why do you get more treatment, more anything than anybody else, man? And it's starting to get to the point where it's bullying. It's starting to get to the point where heterosexual people can't even say what they want to say. Like, it's not hate because I disagree with you. It's not hate because I don't want to call you a woman or a man when I don't agree that you're a woman or a man. You know, I just, and facts and science says that you're not. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to touch on this too much simply because we already got shadow banned for this. The views went down tremendously last week, but it's starting to get out of hand. It's almost starting to feel like it's an attack on heterosexual people. I don't know. What you think? Turn your mic on. You are a
What I was
professional.
saying, even with this, it's getting to the point where I believe in the freedom of speech, Chris. I told you, even when we first started the show talking about like the Ku Klux Klan, I gave you an example where I was working for government agency, and the Ku Klux Klan, like always, they come and get permits and they have their rallies or whatever. But most time, who cares? Like, they're in some remote area out the way, no one knows. And people protested them having the right to do it. Me, believe it or not, a black man saying, I personally didn't give a damn what they did. I was going to be nowhere near it. It was in an area way out. You actually had to drive to get to that point. You know what I mean? And their response to it was the people that were against it protested, but they went out to the event. They went out where they were having an event to like, I didn't understand that. Like, if someone wants to have something, that's their right. I don't know if I can say it over and over, man, but everyone's trying to make everyone think the same. Everyone's trying to make people do what they do. And that just ain't what this Constitution that's already been biased is about. You know what I mean? It's hard enough being a black man. But now you're telling me to, shut up and respect other things. It's like I don't have a right to my opinion. Hell, the vaccination thing this week also, Chris, with there were protests outside of the Next Center on behalf of Kyrie Irving. This week, again, this man, I had a neighbor who's never been to the doctor. He's religious. He does not believe in doctors. He doesn't believe in vaccinations, and he doesn't believe in it. So now you went from saying we can't make anybody get mandates. We won't mandate now. You're saying that same president say and governor say, oh, you have to get this, or you're going to lose your job. Your way to make ends meet. So to see them protesting on his behalf, where a man who knows, hey, if I don't play, I'm gonna lose 140 million. I think that's the figure, right? So if you don't think this man has thought about all of that, and if he decides not to get it, that's his right. That's his life. But to be to the point where you're threatening somebody's livelihood or trying to condemn them for their rights, I just think we're at a sad place in America.
Yeah, especially when 96% of the NBA is already vaccinated. You can live without Kyrie. Like you could, the NBA is going to continue to go on. It's going to continue to be prosperous. You're going to continue to watch games without Kyrie. This is this man's personal choice. I believe that if you, myself, I am a believer in choice. Like just like even with women, like when me and my sister have been having deep conversations about this abortion bill. She believes strongly that women have the right to choose what happens with their body, and I agree with her. But I also feel the same way with the vaccination. You can't feel one group of people have the right to whatever happens with their body, and then the other people you can say no. You guys have to. We can mandate you guys doing something to your body. I think freedom is freedom, however we go. So these things are interesting, man. Like I think that it's something that we really, really need to pay attention to. And even when you see white people fighting like this about not getting the vaccine, it's really, really something to pay attention to. I think so, because if it was just us, they can brush this under the rug and continue to move forward. But when you see people, Caucasian people fighting it, I think it's something to pay attention to.
Yeah, it's interesting because the person that's the president of one of those is not vaccinated. I forgot which agency was it. Pfizer, I believe. Like he's not vaccinated. I just believe that if you're vaccinated, hey, great for you. If you're not, great for you. But everything's turning into a divisional war in America, and I just think that there's so many other things that you should be worried about. Sea level rising. You know what I mean? Hell, we talk about more UFO sightings. There's so much going on, and I feel like the media makes. Listen, I say it all the time. More than half the American population are idiots. So people go off what the media makes them be mad about. Last week, the whole country was worried about Brian Leday or whatever his name was, right? Mm-hmm. But then there was like 5 or 6 key African Americans that were missing. They got little to no media attention. And then there's a manhunt on national news for a Caucasian man that killed this young lady. We all know what happened. You know what I mean? So I'm just at a point where I want to be optimistic, but it's getting to a point where you just say, maybe this is just going to be life as we know it.
Yeah, what I think I'm tired of the most is selective outrage from people. Mm-hmm. This selective outrage is crazy to me. You get outraged about the Dave Chappelle stand-up special because you think it's transphobic, but you see he has so many skits depicting black struggles, black pain, black everything, but those are funny. You can sense the humor in that. But this, you just can't get the humor in this stand-up. Also, about the vaccine, man, I feel the same way I felt since the beginning. And I know it's, some people don't agree with my analogy, but this is just my analogy. If you don't want an STD, I shouldn't be mandated to wear a condom if you don't want the STD. So if you don't want the COVID, if you don't want it, you should do everything you can possibly do to make sure you don't get it. You should stay out of crowded places. You should get vaccinated. You should start using Uber and DoorDash and Instacart to get your groceries. Your life should be affected instead of mine. If you don't want the STD, the rest of the world shouldn't be mandated to wear a condom. That's what I think.
Well, before we go, your logic is interesting as always, but you know the interesting part with Kyrie,
What's that?
you're not testing anybody that's coming in the arena.
Yeah.
You got an arena full of people. There's nobody in that arena that's going to say, "Oh, we need to COVID test you before you go in," or you need to show a vaccination card. So the fact that you're putting all of this on one person's back is more propaganda than politics.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I want to skip something. I'm talking to one of our people offline who, you know, a lot of people tell them, Chris, a lot of people will text during the show, but get in the comments, hit the share button. After the show, boy, they be having so much to say. And then we be like, you want to come on? Oh, no, I'm shy. I'm shy. That's Pastor Renee.
Ain't no such thing as shy.
Yeah, please. Not when she a model. Pastor Lou, like all these people that will say, "Oh, let me tell you about this show." And Erica Hewitt, I don't know where you at, but those people will ask you to come on the show, and then you get absent. See, every blue moon, it happens. I want to do something though, Chris. I want to skip something because I don't want to get it off my chest. We'll come back to Good Man. I want to talk about something that I've really been getting a lot of slack for.
Okay.
And you listen, Pat. Somebody she's shy.
Who's shy?
Pastor
Man, shit. Renee with them big ass suit coolers, girl. Come on, okay.
Yeah, you could have came on.
Goddamn things distracted me.
She didn't got free shirts, you know what I mean, and all kind of stuff, but she can't represent. I want to ask you something, brother, and I'm gonna take some slack for it, but I don't get it. You know, coming up, you will have women say that, you know, I've heard women curve men so disrespectfully. Oh, he ain't on my level. Oh, you know, I'm looking for a man that has X, Y, Z. Give me some other ones, Chris. You know what I mean? Like,
well, he got a break. I'm a package deal. He got to take care of me and my kids. No, it's just a million of them.
But my point is, women are allowed to have standards, right? And they'll say, you know, oh, I don't want to date him because he got the kids. Oh, he don't make enough money. Like, women will disrespectfully curve a dude publicly with comments. But women have had so much issues with my protocol. And I feel like my protocol is so fair for me.
Okay. Explain. What's your protocol?
Okay, well, listen, we're in an era where narcissistic era where a lot of dudes are just giving out money. I can see a chick put a cash app up and say, buy me lunch, and she might end up with $400. You see a lot of chicks where a dude is interested and she just say, you can take me out to dinner. So honestly, a decent looking chick or a chick that's thick or whatever, she can go out to dinner every night and eat good. So with me saying that, feeling like I'm worth something in this broken market, I've always said I want to have a conversation with somebody. I don't care how good you look, all of that. You can be great looking with no intelligence, no character, or no drive. It's like having a car, a Bentley with no seats in it. So I say I always want to have a conversation with this person, FaceTime, and then I can meet up with them for dinner. Why? Yeah. Because oftentimes I've had a conversation with somebody and I didn't want to go out to dinner with them. I wasn't interested. I say my time and I say their time. Like, I'm just taking you out for what? Because you look cute? Like, I'm at a point where I'm looking for some substance or I'm looking for something. Even if I might not even want to smash. Like, I might talk to her and be completely turned off.
Yeah.
So, but why is it that so many people have, like, the people on this show, some of our fans have told me I'm going to miss out on I'm missing out on love and opportunities. And I'm like, how? Because at the end of the day, if I went out with everybody I was attracted to, or every woman that said, let's go out to dinner, you know how much I'd be coming out my pocket every month?
As a single man, like, yes, I do know.
Oh, yes. And everything what falls on us,
Mm-hmm.
because you're supposed to get this whole, women don't pay for nothing. I'm rolling out the red carpet for a possibility.
Yeah.
When I can have a conversation and say, kind of gauge where that merit is, you know what I mean? I've a lot of time, Chris, met some people that I'm giving the benefit of the doubt, have a conversation. We don't want the same things. Or I don't feel like for the rip, it could be something beneficial to my life where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? And I don't know why that's such a big issue.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they got you mistaken. What I say is this. What I've always heard you say, I don't think it's no problem with having a protocol and pre-screening, vetting women before you take them out on a date. I think that's a great idea. I think that's the same thing I do, and I suggest that for every single man that's out there, single man that's out there dating, even the married men. But what I think what people misunderstand about what you're saying is, and I misunderstood it too, is that you call it a date. I think that's what a disconnect is. You call a phone conversation or a telecommunication a date, and I think that's where the disconnect comes in. That's the only disagreement I have personally with your protocol, is by considering that a date.
Okay. Well, let's remove the date part, all right?
Okay.
And people will say that's. I don't know where Valu at. Valu told me, and again, how many women are just show up at dinner time and a guy has to facilitate all this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
He gotta meet her expectations, direct the conversation, and he's paying for dinner, all of this, just to know, like, he might leave dinner and be like, why the hell, like, it ain't going nowhere. When I could have took that from a phone call. So I've had three women this week, 3 friends, tell me how I'm missing out. But then again, women do it. That's exactly what women do. They'll give somebody their number. She might call them or whatever. If not, and if she don't like what she hear, she cut them off.
Yeah.
So the double standard is what I'm trying to highlight. And even when you do that, it don't seem like it's recognized. It just seems like I want to say y'all full of shit. I'm just gonna say that. So you have it. It's a double standard, but you're gonna run the ball anyway.
Yeah, I mean, well, here's the thing about a double standard. Everybody understands that there's double standards. I think that what happens with men and women, men understand that there's double standards, and we just accept them. There's certain advantages women have that men don't have. And I believe in double standards. I believe that men and women aren't equal. Period. That's just how I believe. And there's going to be advantages for men, and there's going to be advantages for women, so I don't have a problem with double standards. What I think happens with women is that if the double standards doesn't benefit them, then now it's a problem. Women have what's great about women is they stick together. What is it? It seems like you're talking about two different things. God, so women stick together. So they're gonna want what's best for. They're going to want what's best for women in general. So free dates from men, I don't think women have too much of an issue with it. I suggest you shouldn't even pay attention to what women think about your money, about your time, and about your effort. What is the company saying?
I'm not giving my number if I'm not interested. Somebody said, it seems like you're talking about two different things. And I'm like, where am I missing it at? Then you got somebody called the prize coming in. I don't know what that's about.
But yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I think the worst thing a man can do is get a date off of text, or get a date off of text if you never talk to him. Never schedule a date via text. Always talk to that woman. always talk to that woman. Don't ever go out on a date. The first time you actually verbally talk to her and have a verbal exchange with her is at that date. It's too expensive to do that, and for two, you don't want to be stuck in a place where you're forcing chemistry, where you're trying to force chemistry. Never do that.
Okay, well, hold on. I got people backstage. Katrina Jones, please oblige me. Come on air, because help me. We are really trying to help us help you. Is that a good term?
Mm-hmm.
Help us help you, because I'm exposing a double standard, and it don't seem like it's well received. Women do it, but I can't do it. So, listen, let me try to get Katrina back here. Chris,
Okay.
you my attorney today.
All right, I got you.
Defend my case.
All right.
Katrina says she don't need any help. Okay, see this. Dealing with these women, Chris. I'm feeling like you tonight, and that rarely happens, my man.
She said she don't need any help. Okay.
Yeah, I see you, Baloo. I'm trying to find Katrina because, people. We be on that. Huh?
It says Katrina is an anniversary follower.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what it says. I guess it's now giving people labels, because Derek Burns is a milestone follower.
Derek Burns is my G. I ain't gonna tell you about Derek Burns at the Tiki on Sunday. Derek buying bottles. Derek buying oysters. Derek buying hookahs.
Amber Dawkins is a anniversary follower. That's somebody that you need to have a conversation with.
Really?
I have private conversations with Amber. Her perspective on things is a lot different, and you may want to have a conversation with her.
Where's my hate at? Where's my hate at? So she's not gonna show tonight because Xavier ain't here.
No, what's her name? My bad.
Mia.
Sorry about that, Mia. Mia just recently had a death of a father, so she's dealing with that. You should send her an inbox, letting her know that you give a damn.
Well, I would do that because simply, I still am suspicious. I think Xavier and Mia are the same people. I think it's a fake profile. Hey, Chris, can we bring somebody on for a quick second?
Who are we bringing on?
The prize.
The prize. Okay, let me see who the prize is.
It's gonna be good. Your number one fan, Chris.
My arch nemesis, Valoose.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I am the prize.
Okay.
But that ain't the question. Our question tonight is, what's your issue with my protocol?
I told you how I feel about your protocol. It ain't tricking if you got it. It ain't tricking if you got it. You shouldn't be worried about taking somebody to a little lunch. You always on here thirst trapping, but then you're gonna act funny about taking somebody for a lunch. Like, that's what we're doing today? Hi, Amber.
I have never, ever pled guilty to thirst trapping. That was something that Chris created in the social media universe. I don't know where you get that from.
You're guilty, my brother. You're guilty.
No one will agree with it. We'll put that poll up tomorrow.
Yes. You're super guilty. But I think taking somebody out to lunch. Oh, that's cool, Dragon. That's cool. So yes, I feel like everybody is valued.
No, you're not going to skip over that.
I'm not skipping over anything.
Mentally is such a weak mentality. That's what
so like I said, Dragon can feel how he want to feel. That's great. But that prize thing comes for pretty much the Bible. It comes from the Bible because most of the time when it refers to women, it's referring to some type of jewel, a treasure, a crown in their a jewel in their husband's crown, all types of things tied to treasure. So that's where that prize thing comes from. So it's not a mentality. It is based on an actual thought process. Now, everybody is valued. Everybody has something to offer. Everybody basically has something, I don't want to say bring to the table because I can't stand that saying, but everybody has something that they can offer in a situation or a relationship. And so being so upset that somebody is saying they're the prize, you can say you're the prize without downing somebody else. So basically you're worth putting in effort. You're worth putting in effort for. You bring something that nobody else can bring. So
who judges that?
Basically the person that you're interacting with. Everybody decides whether or not somebody is valuable to their life or brings something to their life. I've heard you discuss a lot of times about how men are being dogged out and not considered the prize and all. I've heard you say all of that, but to me, everybody is valuable in some type of way. But to me, that prize thing comes from the Bible. Like I said, most of the time when it's referring to a woman, she is the jewel of your house. They say that women are the more beautiful creature, right? You know, the more fragile, the weaker vessel. They say lots of things in the Bible in regards to women. So yeah, and okay, yeah. So everyone can be considered the prize, but usually when they're saying the prize, that's what they're referring to. I've never said a man was not a prize, personally myself. I would never say that. I would say that we're not compatible, or maybe we're not in the same place in life, or maybe he's not matching something that I need as a standard. But I would never tell somebody that they're not a prize. I would not do that.
Miss Prize, that was all poignant and very poetic. I still say this. Katrina Jones, we sent you a link. Dante Renee, we sent you a link. The thirst trap allegations,
The thirst trap is real. Horace, you do it all the time. And you won't even buy somebody a drink. Are you serious, Horace, right now? Are you serious, Horace?
They ain't on my stable. Listen.
But you gotta put in minimal effort.
The dude that just go in the club and buy everybody a drink as well.
No, you don't have to buy everybody a drink.
Simple.
Thank you.
You don't have to buy everybody a drink.
Who do you buy a drink then?
Most of the time first of all, I don't accept drinks from people, but most of the time they're buying you a drink as a gesture to just as an icebreaker to get to know you. I think you guys are taking it.
That's what you think he's buying you a drink for.
I know what people are buying the drink for. You know what I'm saying? It's an icebreaker. But I don't accept drinks for that exact reason.
It's a leg cracker.
But that's the main reason I don't accept drinks. So
okay, so I don't buy drinks. Because I don't have any intentions when I'm in that area for that. I'm not trying to. I don't even listen. I'm not gonna buy. When I've bought drinks, that same joker is looking for another drink and third drink. For what? For you can say, "Oh, I'm a nice guy. I'm gonna spend $100 just for you to validate." Oh, girl, he's nice because he bought me drink.
So when you buy the drink, what are you expecting from that drink?
That's why I don't buy them.
No, I'm saying I'll ask Chris that question. When you're buying a drink, what are you expecting from that drink?
Well, first I expect the number. That's
okay.
Two, I expect the conversation. You know, I feel like if you give me an inch, I could take a mile. So I go a mile, I should say. So for me, buying drinks is simply to get access to the number or get
an icebreaker, right?
Yeah.
No.
Hello is an icebreaker. What's your name is an icebreaker. Can I buy you a drink? Is saying, look, I kind of want to get your number. I want to get your number, and maybe I can take you out later.
So you're getting you're interested in the young lady, and you're using that as a segue to get to know her better by getting her number, correct?
No, absolutely. You're trying to disable her security system.
I'm letting her say what you know.
Her logic. 3 drinks in, Smashly Ashley. Everybody knows.
I would hope she would be consenting when you 3 drinks in and smashing Ashley.
Listen.
I would hope so.
Okay, I want to take that back in time.
We don't sleep with corpses over here.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a good look.
Ain't no Kellys on the Black Super Friends. Okay. So back to your original, what you brought you on for, the protocol.
Yes.
Women take a number from a man.
Correct.
She calls him, and then she grants access to whether there's a date. But a man does that, there's an issue.
Well, my issue that I take issue with your protocol
personal
is yes. I feel like you're putting too many steps in to basically dismantle what can possibly. It takes away the magic of the situation.
What?
Like it takes away the magic of the situation, right? I'm gonna call it magic. But are you trying to I know y'all are logical and you don't want to talk about love and all that good stuff, right?
I love love.
Right? You don't want to talk about love and all that good stuff, right? So when you bust out with this protocol, I feel like it kind of interrupts the flow of things. No, you should not be taking randoms to lunch for fun. Obviously, there was something about that girl. Yeah, it's a feeling, Amber. Exactly. So you saw something in that girl.
Her ass.
It could have been the ass. The ass could be magical too. Everything it could be magical too. Something attracted you to that girl.
Magic stick. I can hit once, I can hit twice.
Yeah, so you could be attracted for sexual reasons, or maybe it was her conversation. Something about that girl intrigued you enough to want to get to know her further. So to me, going for a coffee or we're in a world where everybody is virtual. Heck, we're on a virtual podcast right now where we're losing human interaction. So to me, you're adding extra steps to the human interaction. So, and chemistry most of the time is you need to be in physical presence to get chemistry, right? So that's all I'm saying. Horace has this like protocol, I guess, to save a couple bucks. I'm not sure, but
it's always a couple of bucks when it's your bucks.
Oh, I'm into courting. I'm into all that good stuff or whatever. But if I'm out with
who have you courted?
Oh, I'm not a man.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm sure you are in the court.
I'm not a man. So either way, in the natural state of things, most of the time, I know you guys had a hunter and gatherers episode, which I missed. My bad. But most men are hunters, right? So as a part of that, as a part of hunting, or even if you're going to gather, in order to gather, you need to take your ass outside to go find something, right? It's called effort, courting.
Why was it that just a few bucks? What if I'm protecting my energy? What if
here come the energy.
that is looking for? I'm stimulated by mental conversation. So what if I want to make sure that I don't have anything around me that's not going to be fulfilling or beneficial? So let me have a conversation. It's not about the money. It's about making sure I'm not around a dummy. And I don't want to be around a dummy. Well, I might have some animalistic urges one day and I make love, have a baby. Like, what if I'm just protecting my energy? Then, Chris, ain't that what ladies say? They're protecting their energy and all that.
I've heard that.
Or you're the king of protecting energy. You love to take your energy elsewhere. So we already know that. Right? So my whole thing is with the whole energy thing, you're sapiosexual. You're interested in people's mind, right? So yes, it's cool to have a phone call and to talk. And we used to do it back in the day. To be on the phone with hours, breathing on the phone with somebody you really liked, and that's how you got to know them, right? But when you start talking about, oh, we need to be on the phone and we need to do a FaceTime, and then maybe I might take you out, you don't even need to say all that. Just naturally do what you're gonna do. That's your standards. You're allowed to have standards. Just naturally do what you do. I don't need to know about protocol. You could totally be doing the protocol on me. I don't need to know it.
Chris, someone says one drink does not equate to a phone number.
Give me my goddamn drink back. Give me my goddamn. Come on, man. Come on, man. You didn't get your number to guys in aisle 9 in Publix. Stop all that capping stuff, man. We're not even finna go do all that. If you don't want to give me your number, don't even accept the drink. What are you taking the drink for? If you gotta believe that a man is offering you a drink for a reason. There's a reason why he's offering you this drink. So for you to take the drink and then think, oh, it's not worth the number, well, give him his drink back. Pay for him a drink. I know I don't do that shit, man.
I'm looking at the comments. So it was a dragon. I'm not sure how to say it or whatever, but basically when you're courting or whatever you're trying to do, like I said, everybody has standards. So I might not meet your standards. You might not meet mine, right? That's perfectly fine to me. I have no issue with going on a date. Sometimes I will go, depending on what the date. If I invite somebody on a date, I'm paying for that date, right? Because I invited them, correct? But if you invite me on a date, if it's a super expensive date, you may pay for the date. I may end up to do pay the tip. So it just depends on however your relationship is with that person. So
would you pay for a date without having a phone conversation with the person? That's the question.
Hopefully, if I went somewhere with you, I know who you are, and I've actually had a conversation.
Would you pay for a date without having a phone conversation with the man?
No.
Exactly.
I'm not telling him not to pay for a date.
Okay, so you're not telling him to do it though.
No, I'm not telling him to do that. I told you, I said he can have the protocol however he wants or whatever, however he wants. But just don't tell me about it. Like it kind of kills the vibe. And dating, like I said, I'm looking at comments. Dating is not pointless. Dating is to gather data to see if somebody matches your life and is going to fit what you're trying to do. You can date, and you don't have to spend money to do that. You don't have to spend money to do that.
He got to explain. He's gonna have to explain dating is pointless. He's
been saying some interesting things in the comments. So
yeah, I would like to hear his explanation on dating is pointless.
I don't know. I guess people just bump into each other and have children. I'm not sure, but
it's possible. It happens.
It's possible. Look,
I'm attracted to you. You're attracted to me. 4 drinks in, smash, baby.
Exactly. And they don't know the person at all. Yeah, because they never dated. They never dated.
I got one. I ain't never happened to me.
Exactly.
All right, Baloo. I feel like you failed to win this case.
Like my answer.
You called me a thirst trapper. I think I found the hypocrisy in her argument, Chris.
Okay.
Horace is a thirst trapper.
You never even
who does not deliver. He doesn't deliver on the trap is empty. There's nothing there.
I don't deliver.
You want to buy a drink or a sandwich. There's nothing there.
If you can get past that conversation and FaceTime,
okay,
you don't have no worries. I got you.
Okay.
I'm not out here just buying value meals and Ruth Chris, because y'all listen. You know how many times I can't stop. I don't hate. You know how many times I've seen Chris, a dude won't like a chick, and she know he a simp, and they first date is Shooters or Houston's or Ruth Chris, and if he was real with himself, he know he never gonna get it, but she gonna eat good for the night. It happens every day.
Where are all these hungry chicks that you guys that are looking for food? Like, where are these people?
You never known any of them, right? You've never seen a woman. So
no,
the studies in the New York Times is wrong.
I don't know them. I don't know.
New York Times, these studies has been shown, and you just don't know no women like that. It is so amazing. It is so amazing. On this show, we find the only women that never see the wrong that other women do. Yes, Baloo. I'm gonna tell you. Here's a news flash. Women go on fake dates, fake state dates. Women go on dates with men that they're absolutely not interested in, just to kill time and to eat and to have a dinner. That is for real. If you date women, you would know that. Just like men go on dates simply to sleep with women, it's the same thing. So what men have to do is protect themselves. I think what Horace is doing is trying his best to protect himself from going on fake state dates. He wants genuine attraction, and he wants genuine interest before he invests anything. I don't know if it's about the money with him, but when it's someone else's money, I cannot pass judgment because it's someone else's money.
That's true.
Yes. So yeah, I don't know. His strategy may not be mine. His strategy may not be mine. I'm a person that says I keep my first dates to a minimum, to a very low economic investment. But I try to get creative more than I put in money wise. The guys that taking them to Ruth Chris, Fleming's, and season 52, those guys, I believe, and I don't want to hate on them because that's their thing, but what I think is they're trying to make it the venue and not you. You know what I'm saying? It's about what I can do. It's about all the ambiance instead of the actual natural connection. And I think, speaking for Horace, I can't speak for Horace, but if we talking the same thing, I want genuine connection. Right. Genuine connection. For me personally, those type of restaurants, those type of dates are for women that you're intimate with. To me personally, I believe that first dates should be coffee dates, physical exercise, and maybe walks and things like that.
A walk in the park.
But I am very cautious of dates that do not cost money, because dates that do not cost money are very thoughtful and they tend to be more romantic. And you shouldn't do that with women that you're not actually intimate with and don't have connections with. Yeah. That's just my opinion.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense what you said. I can agree with that. Katrina, it does seem to be a moving target with these folks.
Can you defend something? Let me ask you something, for a little surprise. This comment said you guys have so many conditions on what a woman should be and how a woman should act that I don't even know if there is one out there that could possibly please either of you. Now, I'm trying to figure out, how did that person, Katrina, who's offered to come on tonight, I sent her a link, how do you come up with that from our conversation? I don't feel like we putting a lot of conditions. We're just saying that we're telling you from ourselves, even if we don't share it, we're telling you, like, you guys can have this playbook or whatever y'all guys that you've been using to run the ball for 100 years. But now, if I choose to go that way, it's a problem. So we don't have a problem with women. Hell, to be honest, we don't have a problem getting women in this damn market. We're just saying
the market is saturated.
No, I'm just saying for the purpose of date. We're at a point where brothers are looking for the end all be all. I can go on a date every night. I'm looking for the next chapter, that woman. So I don't know where she missed that on. So sorry.
No,
sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
That's what women normally do. They hear a conversation and then make a whole different understanding of it. Not one time did we say any condition. Now, and she said so many conditions. We never said one condition that she has to have. He's saying, I want to vet that woman before I take her out on a date, before I invest money into her. And everybody agree with that. I'm pretty sure if you have a son, you agree with that same thing. Vet that woman, have a conversation with that woman. And even after that conversation, I suggest you do not make a substantial economic investment in that woman until there is a genuine interest and connection. So nowhere did we say anything about conditions. And this happens a lot. Women hear what they want to hear and reply to what they want to reply.
Thank you.
All right, date doctor. You have a fan, and you have a fan in the comments as well. But what I'm gonna say is, sometimes I don't think you guys are screaming from the mountaintops that women lack accountability, men are disenfranchised. I mean, I go into the manosphere. I hear it, like the red pill, incel, all those beautiful folks or whatever. But sometimes when you constantly hear something being said over and over again.
You mean like 50 years of it? You mean like our whole entire life that's been female-centric media? You mean that? Go on. I'm sorry.
Okay, female-centric media. Let's talk about that. So if you're going to say only time that it became somewhat female-centric was probably around the early 80s, the 90s with the Oprah, the Ricky Lake, Jenny Jones, all those type of people or whatever. But prior to that, women had trouble on television. Black people had trouble getting on television. There wasn't lots of representation. There was all types of stuff. You guys want to act like we're in a matriarchy. We are not. We are in a patriarchy. So when people started screaming, I feel like we're in a patriarchy. Okay. And I want to make this very clear. I wanted to say, I am not a feminist. I believe in submission. Because you call me I think you call me the head of, what's the name you call me? The head of the kitty cat club?
Catty cat club.
Catty cat club, yes. So I'll be that. I like that. I take that title. But I'm not any of those labels and stuff. But I want you to explain how you feel like, I mean, I understand you guys feel disenfranchised and feel like women have taken over or whatever. I just need a little bit of clarification on, do you feel we've been in a matriarchy for 50 years, or do you feel like women just have been speaking up louder? Because there was a time where we couldn't even purchase land. We couldn't do any of that stuff. So when did we take over? I just getting some clarification.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. We talk about it being a patriarchy, but men lead in homicide. Men lead in incarceration. Men lead in suicide. Men lead in homelessness. Men lead in unemployment. Men lead in all these bad things. So if men lead in deaths when it comes to war, men lead in on-job deaths. Men lead in all these bad things, but we're trying to tell everybody, we're trying to push that it's a patriarchy. We call a patriarchy the smallest amount, the 1% of super rich men. We think that they is a representation of men in general, when the true representation of men in general is all this death, all this homicide, all this uneducation, all this homelessness, all these things that's deficits to men. How can it possibly be a patriarchy? Because at the end of the day, women are more educated, they're more employed, they die less, they live longer. All these things. How can it possibly be a patriarchy?
Oh, it's a matriarchy because we're prospering more. That's what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, you're not dying as much. You're not committing suicide as much. You're not being killed as much. You're not being killed at war as much. You're not being killed on jobs as much. You're not homeless. You're not as homeless. How is it possible for us to be in the lead when we die, all these things bad happen to us that honestly doesn't happen as much to you guys? How can we be leading here?
Okay. For you to respond, I want to add some pepper on that. To his point, and I'm coming from a different angle that'll get some hate mail. After the women's movement, when black women went and joined the women's lib movement, the black man and black woman did not have any issues. They didn't have no issues in the home. The Caucasian woman had an issue of not feeling equal. She took to the streets and wanted to fight for different reasons, right? Our black asses went out there and joined that movement, divided, got out there in them streets, and then when it came back, where were those same women when black women needed their help? They still ain't been there. Okay. Second of all, when government, what's the word? Well, I'm going to say the programs got involved into the house, where they gave the choice to say, hey, I can give you this security, but this man can't be in the house. No other ethnic group has been put to those conditions where the black man can't be here. I'm going to give you housing. I'm going to give you this and that, but the black man can't be there, right? So then, this is the most controversial point. Black men are the meat and potatoes of prison incarceration, right? Black women, they let y'all, I ain't gonna say it was easy, but y'all went and got educated, master's, degrees, and all that, right? Most average black man is a blue collar guy. You know what I mean? There's not that many brothers in college. I commend the brothers that did, you know what I mean, that do. But I'm saying, so now you have a lot of the sisters, and y'all are amazing. Six figures, y'all changing the world. But y'all are here, and they got the nerve to say, what are brothers? Because there's men out there for you if you want a man, but where are the guys that's on my level? Where is the guy that's my equal? And they tend to look at us a little different. So you got women here that's looking down like family could still be there. If you really believe man and women are equal, you wouldn't have that much division. And that's just one of the things you got to add on to. Are you having differences?
So I'm gonna
wait for Lou. The Decepticons got you.
Oh yeah. Get your internet up. It must be a man that's messing up your internet.
All right. Come back. You good now. Go ahead.
Okay.
Kids
I was going to say, clap. You can give yourself a round of applause. I agree with everything you just said. Every last word that you just said, I agree. So my whole thing is with that. Me personally, myself, one of the men who treated me the best in my life made less than me. It was the effort for me. He provided for me. He treated me the best out of all of them or whatever. So all I'm going to say is I agree with everything you just said. There's a racial factor mixed in there for sure. I believe that Black women definitely got shafted in the women's lib movement. We get forgotten about a whole lot in the women's movement. It was not our movement. We just helped support it and then kind of got left behind. So I got to agree with all of that. I agree with everything you just said.
You're not going to skip over that. You're going to have to explain how is this a patriarchy?
And
all those things.
Because it's 1%. Most of our country is ran by white males. They're in a position
white patriarchy.
Okay, if you want to call it that.
It's not a Because
I was using
you
the,
probably
I was
have
using
never, you probably was never
the
taught
known
by a
term.
black man. You probably was never taught by a black man. You probably a black man was never your general manager. Probably a black man never hired you. Probably
Incorrect.
none of these things. So
Incorrect.
we don't do these things. So and then on top of that, even with the whitetriarchy, that's only a small section of men.
So, and with the whole health thing, it's just my experience. Most of the time, a lot of men don't like to go to the doctor. They don't want to go there. I don't know if it's because men aren't allowed to show themselves as being weak. I don't know if because you're the same way you guys aren't allowed to show emotion or show that something might be wrong. But a lot of the men I know do not like to go to the doctor, or they wait till an arm is about to fall off to go to the doctor, basically. And then as for the education, yes, the prison system is fueled by black men. They lock you guys up for nothing, while in the meantime we're getting educated on the side. So there's gonna be a disparity with that. There's nothing to argue against with any of those statements. Those are true statements.
Patriarchy.
Yes. Want me to call it whitetriarchy?
You can call it whatever.
So some men of whatever, some pink people are in charge, but some men of some color are in charge. Yes.
Well, it's Dragon. I don't know how to pronounce it, but we're going to bring you on for a show because, brother, we don't always agree, but he comes from a different angle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and the Kitty Cat Club seems to agree with what you say. Amber, listen, we gave you a chance to come on, and you laid there in the cut. So, hey, before we go, I want to ask you something quick. Chris,
yo,
we're going to bring it back next week. Can we ask the prize about these dating apps?
Oh, yeah. We can do
it. Oh, yeah, let's do it. Hey, we're going to have a discussion next week about the benefits of the negatives and positives of dating apps. Are they good for meeting long-term partners, or do guys mostly use it for short-term situations?
You want me to answer now?
Did you say guys, or is this like a one-way street thing?
No, guys and women.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you, Chris.
You want me to answer now, or you wait until next week?
No, you on here live.
Okay, I didn't know. I think dating apps are super duper. To use Dragon's word, most of them are pointless. They're used as tools for validation. They don't really lead anywhere. I mean, you're basic, and also you have way too many options. Way too many options is way too easy to swipe left. You're not really growing based on it. You're not really learning anything. And if you go on to any of those apps, you'd be very shocked at some of the entitlements and some of the crazy standards that you'll run into, or crazy to me, because everybody has their own standards. But dating apps, I mean, I've seen them work I've known people who got married off meeting online. Heck, I got married off of a blind date. But me, I was married for like 20 years off a blind date. So sometimes it works, right? So, but dating apps, it's a no for me.
Chris.
Oh no! See, I totally disagree. I think that dating apps are like, I look at those as like resumes for temp services. Sure, everything is temporary. Nothing is destined. You can meet her wherever. You can meet her at church. You can meet her anywhere, and it's all temporary. It's about the effort and energy that you put into it. I'm on dating apps. I have no problem with them, but what happens a lot is, what I see women do is the same lie. Say, oh, I was bored. That's why I created this app. Or my friend created it for me. They said I needed to get out. Or, they go in there with an energy saying, well, this is just for screwing. Now, as a person that's on dating apps that swipe right and left a lot, most of the 90% of the dating apps, that the women profiles that you get to is going to say no friends with benefits or no one night stands and things like that. So I'm always curious to know where all this screwing goes on at. If 90% of the female profile says no one night stands and no friends with benefits. again, I think it's the energy that you put into it. If you go into a dating app thinking that, oh, these are just for guys that sleeping, that just want to have sex, or whatever negative connotation that you put on it, you're going to receive that same thing. It's crazy to me to think that if you think that you're a high caliber of woman, that your equal and opposite isn't on that app. You don't think no man that's the exact equal and opposite, well, as far as men, he couldn't get on the app for the same reason as you. It absolutely makes no sense. But so I think this is the energy that you put into it. You can meet anywhere you go. Every man that hollers at you is going to want to have sex with you. So that's transition from dating apps to real life. And if you think it's something bad with dating apps, I suggest women for sure. I suggest women to just holler at men in person. See how it feels to have to actually holler at people, and you'll understand why people resort to dating apps, because it's sometimes a lot of bullshit when you're trying to holler at somebody. Most of us go to Publix and different places. We're not dressed to the nine. We're not trying to go dressed hot as we possibly can be. But most of the time we're dressing comfortable. So now when you meet a person, you're not at your absolute best. As opposed to when you go on a dating app, you're going to put some of your best, highest quality pictures on there. This is what people can aspire to when they meet you, to think that, okay, well, she has the ability to look like this, or he has the ability to look like that. So I think that it's a lot different when you're out here in the field. I do both. I'm on dating apps. I'll holler at women in aisle 9 at Publix or whatever the case may be. I do both because I use it as case study. But at the same time, I think that when we down dating apps, when we use Uber, when we use DoorDash, when we use Instacart, this is the way that when we have our phone in our head, like doing this all day, it is unbelievable that you can down a dating app when this is how you control your world.
Yeah, I'm not downing the dating app because I know that it works for certain people. What I'm downing is how quickly people. Basically, you brought up how women aren't used to hollering at people, and I agree with that. You know, we're not really big on getting rejected, and some women act up when they get rejected. So I get that. Some men too. So I think the dating apps allow you to be able to go through and it's kind of like a shopping cart of people, right? And then based on what you're actually looking for, then you may be able to find it, but you also have to count on the probability of both of you guys choosing each other, right? Yeah. Right? Choosing each other. And like I said, there's so many options. And there's a lot of people who have FOMO, fear of missing out. So they'll just keep going and keep shopping. And there's no real basically reason to stop looking because it's so easy. It's at your fingertips. Hence the Tinder and those type of things.
Well, let me say that. As someone who was a former gatherer, I'll declare that on this show. Listen.
Oh, you're a gatherer.
Former gatherer.
Okay.
Mario told me.
Savage life. Full effect.
So, listen. So I would say two things. One, when I was on a dating app like years ago before I got married, right? The most interesting thing about that is the hypocrisy.
Christian Mingle.
For a player, y'all remember me on Christian Mingles, PSLA, whatever. Listen, but I would say the hypocrisy was, man, you're going to meet a certain type of person as far as female for me, right? And the first thing everybody profiler say is, if you're just looking for sex, scroll on, don't boss with me, blah, blah, blah. And you go on those dates, and who's the aggressor on those dates?
Yes, I agree. I was going to say, Chris, the friends with benefits profiles are the worst ones. The ones who say they don't want friends with benefits are the worst ones.
Bro, they hopping on you, man. You can't even listen. Players out there, those are the ones you want to go at. The ones looking for sex and hookup, they are going to be on your lap after spaghetti and after some whatever, right? But I will say this. I think you can have some benefits from the dating scene. I just think you're going to meet a certain type of people. You got a lot of people now that just live their life through social media and all that. And I know personally it's fast. And this is the thing, the X factor I want to say to you women.
Mm-hmm.
All the women, the ego part of women, right, is this. Every woman feel like she's better than the next chick, 9 times out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to start. Chris is on Tinder or whatever it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm on Tinder, Bumble, Black,
Oh,
POF.
oh, Chris all over the place. Okay.
I'm the
My
date
point.
doctor.
So my point.
Mm.
Women that are attracted to Chris inbox is going to be on full on the dating scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the interesting part about it is you're going to have 100 women going for the same guy,
Mm-hmm.
but it's going to be 5 other guys that won't get that same kind of
Yep.
energy.
There's a hierarchy. I know y'all favorite. Yeah, I know you guys love Kevin Samuels and stuff. I have lovely conversations with this dude at work about Kevin Samuels almost every day. He comes with it. But yeah, there's a hierarchy. Most people want somebody over 6 feet and all that good stuff.
A lot of people, I won't say the species, like to be where they're not wanted or like to compete.
Mm-hmm.
So we had this whole thing called a starting 5. And if you ever got the ideology of it, it worked simply because of how a woman's wired. I'm going to compete even if I don't know who she is or what the other woman is. You're going to be my guy. You're going to be my man.
Mm-hmm.
So the dating apps are interesting. I think they serve both purposes. I know some people that's gotten married, but they were already the quirky type. Oh, it's going to be a magical story. I'm going to meet somebody and we're going to get married in 3 weeks or whatever. Like I actually met my ex on a dating site, but that ain't how we met. We seen each other and had a conversation later. Mm-hmm. But it's a certain type of people you meet on there. Now, if you just looking to smash, fellas, it's a ramp. You could be Evil Knievel out there.
Fellas, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Lord. It is not. Trust me, it is not like that. You're gonna get into more BS, thinking that you just there gonna get you some quick cooch. You'll have a much worse time. You'll have a better time just hollering at women in public or going out to nightclubs. If you think that you're gonna get on dating apps and get quick cooch like that, it's just not gonna work like that.
Can I say something? Can I get a disclaimer, Chris?
Go ahead.
In 2021, fellas, I want you to be open and courageous enough to ask any date that you meet this question: are you a naturally born female?
Oh, okay. Look.
Listen, you got to say it now, boy. I done seen some stories.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that catfish is real. Yes, it is.
That ain't catfish.
No, I'm responding to Shelly.
What you call that out there? So, yeah, I needed to get that on there. In fact, I actually was on for like a month, right? Mm-hmm. And it was amazing the people that I matched with, people that I knew. But long story, my G.
I'm just saying. What I'm just saying is this: I live in Orlando. Mm-hmm. You to be naive to think that your soulmate is in a 10-mile radius. That's pretty goddamn naive.
Yes.
Your soulmate may not be, or the person I don't want to see your soulmate because that's too cliche. But the person that you probably supposed to be with, chances are great they may not be in a 10-mile, 20-mile radius. They may be in the next city over. They may be 100 miles away. Dating apps give you the access to more people. Mm-hmm. Would you put it like this? Would you rather be the woman she picked, the man that she picked, because it was only a couple of guys to pick from, or she had a plethora of guys to pick from and chose you? I personally would rather be the guy, that guy, but over you.
Yeah, I definitely want to. I see what Dragon said.
Hey, so Chris, that's up your alley, man.
What do you think? You're dating without sex.
It's the gather data. Oh my God. You don't have to have sex. You don't have to have sex to date. Can I say something to you, Chris?
Yes, you do. I don't understand why.
You don't have to have sex when you're dating.
I don't understand why do we think dating's supposed to be so fucking easy? Dating is designed to not be easy. It's supposed to be the deterrent for breaking up and divorces. You should think about dating, how hard it is and how difficult it is to date when it's time to break up or divorce. The point, why do people think, or especially women, why do women think that dating's supposed to be so goddamn easy? No. Once you left that man, you better start fucking.
Listen, so good. I'm glad you said that. When they say that on the other podcast with you know who, Kitten Heels, when they say that, is handing out the box gonna increase the probability of finding that person?
You have never been in any substantial relationship with somebody you made wait. You just haven't. You don't. You're physically not attracted to that person. The person that you give it to quicker, this means you'll have a stronger connection, a stronger physical attraction. The rest of it is connection. That has absolutely nothing to do with sex. It has nothing. You can give a person. You can make a person wait. You can make a person wait forever for sex. If the connection is not there, it's just not.
Yeah,
there.
it's just not. I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you.
The sex is not a variable in this situation.
No. Hold on, what happened?
That comment there. Go ahead and say your point. We'll come back.
Oh no, I was gonna say what I'm saying is you guys are saying hand out the box based. I'm just using what I see in the manosphere. You guys say hand out the box. If you have kids, you should be handing out the box. If you're over a certain age, you should hand out the box. I don't give a. Chris is gonna make me cuss, Horace. Chris is gonna make me cuss. I'm trying to be classy. Listen,
40 years.
I don't give a damn if I was 65. It's giving out the box is gonna increase my possibility of beating my soulmate.
It ain't gonna hurt you.
What you mean? Ain't nobody handing out box out here.
Oh God.
That's the double standard. That's the double standard. Because if you handing out box, then you're gonna be labeled something. Then y'all gonna act like y'all don't know what's going on.
You care what a man say about you that doesn't pay your bills and don't take care of you?
Absolutely not. My point is,
what he say? What does it matter what we say? And
what I'm saying is, I'm not handing out box.
The man that you're dealing with, the man that you're dealing with is not in high school where he just got a circle of friends that he needs to tell that he got Baloo's box. It just doesn't work like that. We're grown ass people. He's not sitting here telling everybody what he just did last weekend. No, what are you talking about?
So I'm not saying there's no sex on the table. What I'm saying is,
no, it better be on the table. You better be on the table. You is losing your goddamn mind if it ain't on the table.
Listen. I knew you were gonna say that. I was waiting for this, Horace. I was waiting for it. Like I said, you guys are talking about protocols and protecting yourself. I'm not saying you got to make anybody wait. If you want to smash in 30 minutes, that's your business. You grown. That's you. What I'm saying is you guys are acting like if you hand out the box based on whatever your hierarchy is, that is going to increase the probability of you ending up with something, right? Ending up with somebody, right? It's increasing the probability.
That's what I said, yeah.
Nah. Sorry. No, it's a no for me.
Where's your penis? Where's your penis?
You're winning in that equation.
Where's your penis?
I was born a woman.
I was born a woman. You never dated a woman. You never tried to get a woman. You never dated a woman. You don't know that. Stop putting words in our mouth. You cannot tell us that that sex isn't a big factor in whether we're gonna like you or want to be with you.
No. So I'm not saying it's not a factor on whether you're gonna like you or I'm talking about committing, choosing that person to go further and go into a serious relationship. Yes, it's a factor because most people are not going to commit to somebody that they're not having a good time in the bed with. But just doing random, just handing it out to randoms that you're dating.
You see that comment?
I don't care if I was 65.
You see that?
I'm handing out the box when I'm ready. But I don't know when I'm ready
and who ain't. That was my point earlier. You know who you giving it to and who you ain't. The joker you're gonna give it to might not even have to put no effort in. If the dude with a steak dinner he might give you a cardiac arrest from all the steak you ate, not knowing he ain't gonna never have a chance. I'm
gonna make sure. Look, see, Dragon still thinks dating is a joke. Y'all need to bring him on because I'm interested. I'm wondering if he's an incel.
I'm gonna set up a show between you and him.
Oh wait, what? Okay, whatever. I'm down.
Think you gonna sit here and get that old ass box and think you gonna keep that? Man, you out of your mind.
But y'all right, yeah, y'all quit to hand out that old ass D. Y'all quit, y'all giving that shit away. We not doing that today.
We can only if she doesn't accept it, it's called something else. So If she doesn't accept the old ass D, then it's called something else. So
yes.
If it wasn't
random, I'm just going by what Kevin Samuel said. Basically, if you hit a certain age, you have a certain rating. All this other good stuff based on your dress size and your weight.
Kevin Samuels says what we say. Kevin Samuels was what men say.
Correct. Okay.
He doesn't have this unique perspective.
Okay.
He regurgitates what men say and what we have been saying.
Yeah. So
I agree.
Yes.
Because the city girl era,
foolishness. Yes.
The city girl era is a real thing. But y'all want to talk about that.
I thought the city boys are up right now. I thought that was up.
Yeah, but the city girls are in their 20s. The city girls are in their 20s. Velouz, you're not.
Okay.
You're not. You're pushing
that's all right.
40.
I'm listen.
40.
So we got.
Oh, I like that though.
You need to be smashing. You need to be smashing. Yes, you do.
I'm good.
Don't let nobody tell you that.
I'm good.
Nobody tell you anything different. You need to be smashing.
I'm gonna be in the house with my dog, my pet. Like y'all say, I'm gonna be with my cat.
You got women that are in their 40s right now going into a midlife crisis, or they're in the city girl era. Or
that's city auntie.
Or the ones I met just happen to be hurt and whatnot. Katrina come back. Katrina, I gave you 3 offers to come out here.
Katrina ran away.
She ran away because she couldn't handle the truth. Katrina said, if the meat is bad, I don't care how much chemistry we have. I don't want it, but we can be friends.
Yeah, girl, friend zone like a month. Yes, friend zone.
Let's find that out in 6 months instead of a week or 2.
No, you don't wait. You don't. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna say nothing. But yeah, you don't want to wait that long and then find out it's horrible. Yeah, that's not the beat either.
Not when you're in an era where women are telling you show that meat.
Oh yeah, the gray sweatpants season. Yes.
Yeah. They don't respect us out here, man. Women say that stuff. The respect for us is not out there, man. We just pogo sticks in some of their eyes.
No, you're being treated like the meat that you are. Yes.
Oh God.
That's about the nicest thing you said to me. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Chris.
Can I honestly say that I agree with both of you? We are grown, and if I want to give my cookies, if not, then okay. Tamika.
Thank you, Tamika.
You go and get them cookies, take the whole sheet, but don't put them on the streets. Tamika, somebody will receive your cookies. The meat is bad. What about the box though? Listen, y'all have got me out of character tonight.
We're out of control, Horace. I don't know.
There's a lot of rental-car miles out here. Saying they want a home.
They want to put all the mileage on you, then skip off. Nah, bro.
And she ain't gonna do it. Like her conversation is fucking amazing.
My conversation is amazing, bro.
Like she finna
I'm sorry.
Like she finna put you into some whole nother stratosphere of men. She ain't finna do a goddamn thing.
I'm gonna need you to stop being so cynical. I'm gonna need you to stop being so cynical, Chris.
Tamika,
it's not becoming.
Throw the box like airway. Listen, this got me out of my character. We brought some estrogen on the show tonight. I just don't know what to say. I tried to plead my case. It really, you failed to recognize. I did not fail. Now, Chris, I'm starting to believe that
probably not shaving it like she like she's supposed to.
Even if I wasn't shaving it, y'all still want it. So what's your point right now, Chris?
So she gonna give you this Harry Potter. Man, I don't want to hear that. Man, you better be giving it.
I ain't giving up that.
You better not be making them wait.
Harry Potter.
What?
But boy said Harry Potter.
The trilogy.
Yeah. The thing that bothered me is through all this conversation, I showed the double standard. I wanted Baloo to say, I get it.
I agree with you, Horace. You also need to agree. You need to agree with me that you're the king of thirst trap, but you won't even buy a drink. That was my point on coming on here today. You're a king of thirst trap, but you won't even buy a drink.
If I seen Tamika in the club, hey friend, what you drinking? If I seen Katrina, I'm not giving random chicks a drink. You know why? Because when I'm in that atmosphere, I'm not trying to buy drinks. Because if I was trying to buy some drinks, I'm trying to lower her ability to think.
Mm-hmm. No, I get what you're saying. You're lowering the inhibitions or whatever. But the same way you're not buying random drinks, we not giving randoms box. There you go.
You might not.
You gotta give it out
Probably got 2 positions in a maxed out. Ain't done nothing new since the
I already confronted you about that bogus statement you made about talking about being a porn star, but you only smashing the bed, Chris. You only smashing the bed, Chris.
Nothing. No, I only try. I only try women.
No, Chris, we done today.
I only try women. If we already doing our thing, we can do this thing a number of different places. But you're not gonna talk to me about that boring snooze fest sex you got going on.
You wouldn't know.
Not that I know. Not that I know. But come on, man. Your knees probably bad. You probably can't. The art is horrible.
Y'all.
You taking
horrible.
Half of y'all walking around with the gummy worm, but y'all act like we expire. At least the box going do a little something.
No, Velouz.
They got Viagra.
It's an M&M. It melts in your mouth, not in your hands.
I am done.
The devil did something when he created them blue pills. The senior citizen home is
about to give y'all ass a heart attack trying to do something y'all ain't supposed to do.
I ain't know y'all. I have not got to that status.
Yeah. Don't pass out now.
Listen.
Because y'all good know them knees is gone.
Crazy champ, I wish I would have seen you earlier. I would have brung you on to balance some of this estrogen that was on air tonight because
they got used boxes at Walmart. You talking about? Get out of my face.
Lord.
We got to come back to this.
I done got him started.
These thirst trap allegations.
The thirst trap is real. We still love you though, Horace.
Listen, okay. Y'all only respect the dude that just be trying to get your attention by spending money. You know why? Because you're going to say his game in his pocket. Or a woman, Riviera women going to be like, girl, I'm about to show his ass. All right?
I appreciate a man that protects, professes, and provides. I appreciate that.
We not no simps on him, man.
Protecting, professing, and providing is simping?
Me coming, random dudes buying you stuff. You don't.
No. I didn't say random. You heard what I said. I said anytime a man, he has to profess, protect, and provide. That is what he does.
It's probably
I'm not talking about Joe Blow.
It's probably like throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
Really?
I'm just saying.
Yes.
I'm just saying, there's some jits that came up out of that thing.
What, you never heard of the snap up?
The views and opinions of Chris, the amazing Leo, do not reflect the Black Super Friends.
They do not reflect me either, because he has no idea. He don't know.
Just saying, just because you don't use it, don't make it more tight.
I ain't say all that.
Hey man,
I just told my sister not to use it.
And vinegar ain't gonna do nothing.
Okay, well, we brought estrogen on tonight, and it turned into what I thought it would be.
Horace, you wanted me to validate you?
I felt like as a producer, I always want to give the audience a fair show. So we wanted to bring in some estrogen because most of the time in that comment box, the what is the club? The cat club?
Catty Cat Club.
The Catty Cat Club are lit. They are lit in the comments. So we were going to bring y'all on tonight and give y'all the opportunity. But I would not be attacked for thirst trapping. I want you to build your case. Nobody will agree with that.
Horace, all you do. Okay, I'm not gonna go there.
You can. Hey, Chris. Chris needs a timeout.
No, Chris needs.
I don't know none of this about Velouz. I have
no
idea. I have absolutely no idea. I don't have nothing against Velouz. I don't know how the box is. I don't know if it's a Harry Potter. I don't know if it's a hallway. I have no idea. I just against the fact that she feels as though that damn thing close to 40 is so valuable that she don't want to give it.
It is like fine wine. That's all.
And guess what? There's so many boxes out here right now, like a UPS warehouse.
Yeah.
There's only so many trucks leaving.
I wouldn't know.
Get that analogy. There's only so many UPS trucks. There's a warehouse full of boxes.
I would have no idea. I don't know. I don't like women like that. I don't know.
She missed the whole damn analogy, Chris.
I wasn't paying attention because you was talking some foolishness.
Amber said Amber, listen.
Amber's gonna help me out next time because Chris is on some foolishness talking about older, beautiful ladies that, you don't know what they box is like.
I don't know.
Young Box to be ran. Young Box to be ran.
I tried you and your home. I was gonna try you and your home girl, but y'all wanted to talk all night.
Good.
I should have got whipped out.
The fact that all this was gonna take place in the forum, just
I'm trying to christen his new
Chris, I'm done with you right now. I'm done.
Then these two want to talk. Look, man, is one of y'all? What are y'all gonna do? Is somebody fucking us? What's going on here? Because I'm not gonna keep on this goddamn conversation with y'all. I'm ready to go to sleep.
Listen,
I got my hoodie though.
Yes.
Yes. That whole mentality, she came and got something.
Exactly.
And left undefeated. Listen, Amber Dawkins, we will send you an invite. Do what you got to do. Listen, I don't have no problem with these type shows because we're letting you get all that y'all got built up inside. Chris, I'll give you the closing comments, man, since you was on fire.
Hey, man, Blues, I would like to appreciate you coming here. Since our homies wasn't here, you was a great stand-in. I appreciate it. Again, ladies, I have no idea. I have never had anything with Faluso. None of that I said I know. I have knowledge of. But I appreciate you guys showing up every Monday. Thank you guys for coming on this week. The fellas should be back next week, and comment, subscribe to the YouTube page, share. We need you to share. We need the HBO special. The HBO special is a help a brother out special. Thank you.
Valu, you are our guest tonight. I always try to promote you to do your thing because you're so full of opinion. I'm gonna let you have your little closing comments as well, since I got my little money earlier. So your little comments.
Okay. So I'm gonna say this: Horace is the thirst trap king.
God damn.
Ladies, don't hand out the box to randoms. Dating is to gather data. You don't have to smash everybody that you date. 40-year-olds have that snapback too. And so don't bless nobody with your box if you don't want to. Keep it safe, keep it clean. And Horace, please buy somebody a drink. Just help a friend out, buy somebody a drink. That's it for me. Thank you, guys.
If you're able to go out on a date with me, you have no expenses because I like to eat well. So I'm not going to jeopardize a good meal trying to save some bucks. So if you get to go out with me, we're going to eat good.
All right.
No,
he's going to eat good. And then y'all going to dinner.
Oh, my God.
Never mind.
Look.
Double entendre.
Okay, I want to try to
Oh my God, I'm done. Look,
Krayla, thank you for keeping 100. We as grown women, you are still dating. Have to find a different strategy because this $40 city girls have fucked the game up. The ratio like 30 to 1 9. God damn it, you is not lying.
Krayla thicker than a bitch.
Krayla so thick she walked different.
Chris approves finally.
I'm talking about like frost. I'm talking about like Wendy's frosty milkshake. Like one of those.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yeah, Krayla definitely got some huggies. Hey, so listen, we thank y'all for joining us for another episode. You guys got me out of character, but hey, it's all for the show. I'll have to answer so many questions tomorrow. I'll have to answer so many phone calls. What the interesting part is the comments are right there. But I'll get a text message tomorrow or something with somebody saying, I wanted to say this or say that. We give you the opportunity. In fact, we're looking for women. We want to do more shows. I definitely want the date doctor to come on and heal a lot of people. Date doctor. Hopefully after the show, some people sign up and say they want to come on and have a segment with you. You can't beat a hole with a pole. You're gonna dig a hole. What the hell?
People are wild on here. I'm just reading comments, but Dragon, I'm ready to come on with you. I'm interested to hear what you got going on.
Okay,
like raw.
Oh my God, man! So we thank y'all for watching another show. We will catch you next week once I can find the damn exit. Later, people.
All right, bye, guys.